Akira has been hailed as one of the greatest animated films of all time, and since the year 2002, there had always been plans to produce a live-action adaptation. So what exactly happened? In 2002, WB acquired the rights to create a live-action remake of Akira, and for the next 14 years, the studio pushed for production, with many cast members, directors, and writers attached several times. According to an interview with producer Andrew Lazar back in 2010, the idea was to split Akira into two movies based on the manga volumes 1-3 and 4-6, respectively. From what has been reported over the years, along with Lazar's interview, we can assume that the story would be a direct adaptation. This is supported by the many concept art and design images revealed by several sources, including artists who worked in the studio on different stages of development. However, some reports have said that the film would deviate from the source material in some areas, and according to Gary Whitta, the story would take place in a Japanese-owned Manhattan instead of New Tokyo. The remake has had a long and interesting history concerning its casting. A wide cast list has existed since the beginning of development. Actors considered for Canada were Leonardo Dicaprio, Liam Hemsworth, and Chris Evans. Deadline later reported that the cast list was shifted to 5 actors: Michael Fassbender, Garrett Hedlund, Joaquin Phoenix, Chris Pine, and Justin Timberlake. For the role of Tetsuo, Andrew Garfield, James McAvoy, Robert Pattinson, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. At one point, Collider.com reported that Morgan Freeman would play the role of the General, while other actors are being considered, such as Gary Oldman and Ken Watanabe. Many other directors were rumored to be attached at one point. However, filmmaker Ronnie Robinson was involved in the film for a couple of years. He had heavy involvement in the film. It was responsible for some storyboards, as well as a concept trailer, which was leaked online. Eventually, Robinson dropped out of the project for unknown reasons. Some of the leaked concept art shows what Chris Evans and Joseph Gordon-Levitt would eventually look like as their characters, while also hinting at the studio's top choice. Actor Leonardo Dicaprio was rumored to play the lead around 2003, back when he was younger, back when he was at an acceptable age for the role of Canada. In fact, even if not cast as the main character, DiCaprio was attached as producer, though this is where production begins to shift and change. And then in 2006, Bloody Disgusting reports that the project has been cancelled. Not much was reported for a couple of years between 2006 and 2009. It wasn't until 2010 when it was reported that one of the writers of the Book of Eli would be rewriting the script as well as focusing on directing. This was later followed by some confirmation that the film was back in production with an aim for release on 2011 or 2012. That same year, Screen Rant posted their own review of the script, revealing some new details of the story, such as new writers being Mark Fergus and Hawk Otsby, known for their work on Marvel's Iron Man. Their review of the script was mixed. Their complaints concerned some changes to the characters' names, settings, and even ethnicity. Screen Rant also noted that some changes such as new characters being introduced and some names being totally Americanized, like Tetsuo becoming Travis. This is supported by some concept art, which represents Tetsuo's character, but is named as Travis. The script also implied that Canada was actually Travis' older brother. It also confirmed the idea of a Japanese-owned Manhattan instead of Neo Tokyo, as well as confirming Gary Whitta's original idea. Sadly, however, no more news and updates came after that. Throughout 2011 to 2013, production art begins to leak online, many of them consisting of storyboards, character and set designs, as well as key sequence art parallel to some of the scenes from the original film. Later in 2013, it was rumored but not confirmed that Christopher Nolan, director of the Dark Knight trilogy, was the frontrunner to direct and produce Akira, as well as some sources claiming that Legendary Pictures was now co-producing the film by helping out financially. This, however, is later proven false when Legendary WB split and Legendary signs a contract with Universal. In 2014, director Dom Kolitzera signs on officially as director of the film. In 2015, however, Serra states he's no longer involved and suggests the studio will do the film without him. In June 2015, The Hollywood Reporter reported that the studio had resumed work on the film and that Marco Ramirez, one of the showrunners for Marvel's Daredevil, would write a new draft, replacing then scriptwriter Dante Harper. Later in 2015, director George Miller was confirmed to have been offered directing duties before turning them down due to other commitments, while Justin Lin, known for Fast 5 as well as Star Trek Beyond, was offered the chance to direct the film. Many of the reasons why the film has never left the pre-production stage are because of the concerning project costs and readjustments with the studio. One odd factor is that the film has never been officially cancelled or shelved, but has rather remained in development hell for 13 years. And as of October 2016, WB has been reportedly active on the film, according to various sources, such as The Hollywood Reporter. However, news on the film as of recent date has been very minimal. So far, the film's future is currently unknown.
Okay, it's childish, can't be no homegirl, drop it like the NASDAQ. Move white girls like this coat up my ass crack. Move black girls, cause man, I'll do either. I love this dude, I should be running Peter in Adidas with some short shorts. B-O-O all over me, my green is where it's supposed to be. Your green is in my grocery, this